Made it my thing, got the bag, I just need me a ring. GMF, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen. It's a sweep, what? It's a sweep, yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Yeah, that boy, it's a sweep. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's bag season, I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you could tell I'm a winner. I'm a walking bucket like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. Hey, we ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps.
Yes, sir, it's a sweep. We the midweek. I tend to smile VVS on my teeth. Money made rather I'll never be beat. Got rid of Bronco, got SOTG. Deep in that jungle, came out with a meat. Got a track like got 2K on my feet. Slide with the bros, I don't care what you think. 17 flash gonna go in a blink. Hey, wrist got no thirst, like what do you drink? Last of the real, yeah, my kind be extinct. Bad little G used to drink from the sink. Whoa. No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a
sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Get that boy. It's a sweep. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I know I'm mighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing first play is Herbert. Complete to open things up.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's third down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Now fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, it's Robbie Chosen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Herbert, throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his right. That complete to Downs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's chosen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Kelsey imposing his will. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play. And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone, pushing his way through. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They'll run here with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Spiller, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one deep from Marshall. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Herbert throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
21. Ready.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
That's caught inside the 20. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run here with Pacheco. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, here's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. The slot man in motion right. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chargers 13.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Hey, Ripley. Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Well, things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20. But as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Charger drive about to get going. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Up the middle with Eckler. To the 43, second down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. That is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Downs, 28 yards. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Caught left side, Williams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That complete to Downs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert back to the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown! Mike Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're